Episode 14 of the Jack Cohen podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about all things Orioles spring training. Who's hurt, who's not hurt, who's looking good, and maybe who might start the season in AAA. So first things first, let's talk injuries. Jordan Westberg dealing with back spasms from a soft mattress is what they're saying, but who knows? You can never always trust the media. Then Gunnar Henderson dealing with the Acosta Acosta strain that he suffered the other day while diving on a play on defense. And then you've got Grayson Rodriguez, who yesterday, which was Wednesday, he had his first spring training start and he did not look good. His fastball was nowhere near normally is. It was at low 90s, topped his average in the last couple years. His best fastball yesterday was just a bit below his normal average. And then you got Felix Bautista. He's coming back from injury, but he is still not 100%. What will that do to the Orioles bullpen? Well, you signed Andrew Kittredge. That's great. But now he's dealing with an injury, and you're looking for second opinions, which is never good. So, if you ask me, I think what needs to happen is they need to go out and they need to look for somebody by the trade deadline if the bullpen is not looking good. And then on the other side, you've got open positions that need to be filled. Who's going to be the 4 and 5 in the rotation? Trevor Rogers is hurt. You know your number one. Well, you did. You knew your 1-2 combo. You knew it was going to be Eflin Rodriguez, Rodriguez Eflin. But now with Rodriguez hurt, that opens the door for Povich, who wasn't projected to be on the roster, but now he could be. And then if you look at stats, you've got Gunner's replacement. You've got Jordan Westbrook's replacement, although they both should be back for opening day. But Vimael Machine, I hope I'm saying that name right, is doing great. I mean, no, I maybe like 1 out of every 10 Orioles fans, diehard Orioles fans, knew who he was. Maybe if you followed signings in the offseason and all that. But he's really, I think, shocked everybody. And then just some of the young infielders. You've got some of the guys from the Dominican Republic, some guys who you got international signings. Luis Gonzalez is one. I mean, the Orioles are definitely a quantity over quality team. And it's something that Brandon Hyde should not be happy about. But it's also sometimes a good thing for a team like the Orioles, who right now they've got 2 infielders hurt, they got a reliever hurt, they got a reliever coming back from an injury. You've got the amount of pitchers, you've got the amount of infielders, catchers, outfielders, etc. But you don't have the talent that teams like the Dodgers have, where if Will Smith gets hurt, you've got Austin Barnes. If Shohei Ohtani gets hurt at the DH position, you can slide in Teoscar Hernandez. The Orioles don't have that. And that's where I think it's going to be an issue this season for the Orioles. And one thing that really surprises me is that Enrique Bradfield was already sent off the spring training roster. This tells me that the Orioles only invited him to spring training so he could get a taste of what big league pitching was like. So I know there was a question circling social media a couple days ago, will Bradfield make big leagues this year? I don't know. He didn't spend a lot of time in Bowie last year, which, if you look back at some old Orioles prospects, let's use Billy Cook as a great example. Double A, that's where we kind of found out that Billy Cook might not be who they thought he was. And then they moved him up to AAA because he was just there for too long. And he stayed at AAA until he got traded. So I don't think Enrique will be like one of those Billy Cook guys, but I'm not seeing what they thought from Enrique. Well, and then one last thing, you have to look at other teams in the AL East, especially in spring training. Who's doing well? Who's not doing well? Is Anthony Santander doing good? That is the big key. If you if Anthony Santander has a worse season than he did last year, which I think it would mean he would have to only hit 50 or 42 home runs, and it's not really an only, but it's less than what he hit last year. And if you also see that, okay, maybe the Yankees pitching isn't what it's projected to be with all these top names, then you're good. But right now, you just have to get the spotlight off of your back and just go play baseball, win baseball, keep your guys healthy. Thanks everyone for watching episode 14 of the Jack Cohn podcast. See you next time.